Hello, I'm Abigail, and welcome to my channel about everything having to do with books. For my video this week, I'm going to be doing a bookshelf tour, which basically means that I'm going to be showing you close up all of my bookshelves, because I find a lot that when I'm watching a video and someone is sitting in front of a bookshelf, I find myself wanting to know what books are on their bookshelf. So I will be giving a close-up tour of my bookshelf, and I'm a very organized person. My bookshelf is very organized, so maybe if you've been wanting to organize your bookshelf, this video can help you get some ideas on how to do that. So I hope you enjoy this video. So here we have the first bookshelf. I organize books alphabetical order by author's last name, as you could probably tell by the huge Jane Austen volume there. So here is the first shelf of my first bookshelf. And then underneath that, we have the giant stack of Twisted Tales, and those are by multiple different authors. So all of the ones in this stack that I'm showing right now are the ones by a particular author, but I have more by other authors, which you can see right up here. And then we have the stack below it, which these aren't organized in any particular order because these are all the Dear America books, which are a series of fictional diaries that I was obsessed with a couple of years ago and talked about in another one of my videos. But I keep them all on this shelf because I don't really like dividing them up, even though they're not all by the same author. So that is where I keep all the Dear America books, and now on to the next bookshelf. Here we have the next bookshelf. It's pretty much the same as the last one, with a bunch of different books in alphabetical order by author's last name. This one goes from C to G, and as you can see, I have a lot of different series, and most of them are not completed, meaning I don't own all the books, but there are some of them that are, like this one right here, the Books of Byron by Shannon Hale, and I think that just looks really satisfying on the shelf to see all of them together. And so that's this bookshelf, and then on to the next one, which is more books in a row. And there's more series, and Keeper of the Lost Cities is coming up, and for Keeper of the Lost Cities fans like myself, you might notice that I don't have all the books there. I do own all the books, but 3 of them I or someone in my family is reading right now. And right there I have a lot of books that are just like the first book in a series, but I don't own the rest of them. So this year in my TBR is going to be a lot of books series that I've started but haven't finished yet. And so yeah, we're coming up to the end of my books that I've already read bookshelves. There are 3 of them in total, and then coming up is the books that don't fit on the shelf, which I'm going to hope to get another shelf for those pretty soon, but that might not be for a while. And then coming up after that is my to-be-read bookshelf. So this one is probably my favorite of my bookshelves. First up is my immediate TBR, so the books in order that I'm going to read next. And then next is the books that I know I'm going to read for school soon. That I read a lot of books in the curriculum that I do, so we have all those lined up here. And then we have the books on my TBR that are the first book in a series, and there were a lot of those, so it had to go onto a second shelf. And then there's books on my TBR that are standalone, so if I need a book just that I know I'm not going to be devoted to a series, I can just grab one from there. And then on the bottom we have books that are on my TBR, part of a series, but they aren't the first one. So when I read those ones, I'll want to know that this isn't the first one. I'll need to get another book before I read that one. And then at the top we have my Kindle, which I just got for Christmas this year, and I've only read one book on it, but I love using it so far. I finally gave in and asked for one, and I really enjoy using it, especially because I'm going to go to college in a couple of years, and I can't bring all of my books to college with me. So that was the tour of all of my bookshelves. I really hope you enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun making it. And if you have any methods on how you organize your bookshelf that is different from how I organize mine, or if you recognize any of these books and want to talk about them, I would love to hear from you in the comments. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week. And to close us out with the bookish quote of the day. "There is more treasure in books than in all the pirates' loot on Treasure Island." Walt Disney.